combining like terms. This is, you've all done this before. Okay, this is page 3-5 in your packets, so open at 3-5 in your packets, please. 3-5 in your packets. Where it says H, combining like terms, that's where we are. Are you ready? Okay, so we're going to need to go through some vocab to start. Our first piece of vocab is the word monomial. Does anybody know what a monomial is? This is one single term. Okay, that's what you're going to write for monomial, one single term. Who can give me an example of a monomial? Say it again. Okay. Give me something with variables now.
22.
With variables. What's variables? X, okay. What else? 2x. X cubed. X squared. These are all monomials because they're one term. There's only one of them. Amber, stop talking while I'm talking. It's rude. Okay. All right, the next thing we have is something called like terms. Like terms, everything must be exactly the same. Okay, so what you're talking about here is same variable, same exponent. Same variable, same exponent. Okay. So an example of that, we could have 2xy and negative 3xy. Those are like terms. Because we have the same variables, they have the same exponents, and we can have different coefficients. Okay, so give me some examples of unlike terms. 5x squared and 2x cubed. Good. And the reason those aren't like terms is because their exponents aren't the same. Okay, give me another example. How about if I hit 2y and 3x? Are those like terms? Why? The y and x, the variables aren't the same. Does that make sense to everybody? Yeah. Okay, good. All right, so our process. We're going to add or subtract like terms. We add or subtract their numerical coefficients. Coefficient is the number that sits out front. 5, 2, 2, 3, those are coefficients. Okay? And then we keep their factors. So we keep the variables the same, the letters. Okay? All right, so let's look at some examples. Combining like terms. You guys ready? All right, my first example is 4m and 3m. Do they have the same variables? Do they have the same exponents? So can I combine them? Yeah. What's 4m plus 3m? 7m. Any problems? What are 4 and 3 called? What's the word for those?
Numbers.
Coefficients. I want you to write that down. 4 and 3 are called the coefficients. What's the m called? Variable. Good. Good. Nice job. Okay. 8t minus 4t? 4t. Excellent. Okay, so I want you to try C, D, and E. Okay, and then we'll come back together. Okay, so when I start getting into more variables than one, what I like to do is group them. I know I've got x's here. and I've got y's here. So when we get into big long ones, this will be easier for you guys to see. Okay? So now I have to combine the ones that go together. 2x and 5x?
7x.
7x, good. And 3y and 4y? 7y. Very good.
When you have a bunch of them and they're all different ones, aren't you supposed to like circle or square in the circle fraction too?
Yeah. We have circles around the x's, squares around the y. That's how you differentiate between the two. Okay. Okay, last one down. Are they all common?
Yeah. So you just leave it like that.
We leave it like this, and now we just subtract coefficients. 8 minus 2 is 6 plus 6 is, so you should get 12p. How'd we do? No problems? Okay. So, go to the next page. Up. I want you guys to go right ahead and go all the way down through M, okay? Check with your partner next to you to make sure that you're getting them right. Let's have Lico. Give me the answer for F, please.
0.
0. How many of you got 0? Yeah. 5y minus 5y. If you take 5y away from 5y, you're left with nothing. You got 0.
About y.
Goes away. Okay, let's have I want to say Ashley, but it's not correct. Aaron Robinson. Gotcha. What do we got? 15y. Correct. How many of you got 15y? Buddy, you guys are doing great. Okay, let's have Rodeo. Give me H, please. Devane, stop talking, please.
That was Joe.
-28.
What'd you get?
-28.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Nice job. Okay, how about Amber for I?
-9
Good. -9xy. Minus and negative, what happens there? Yeah, minus and negative becomes plus, right? Just be careful with those. Okay, Joe. 0 minus 8x.
Negative 8x.
Good.
I got it right.
See, I need to stop swearing.
Virginia.
How come you don't get the 0?
All right, let's have Dom. Okay. Well, tell me what your like terms are. Tell me what your like terms are, what your common ones are. Which ones are alike?
AB.
5ab and
I think, 2AB.
negative 2ab, correct. 6 is left out there, right? It's not part of our like terms, so we're going to put that out at the end because it's not going to be able to combine with anything. Okay? All right, 5ab minus 2ab? 3ab. There's your answer. 3ab plus 6. Okay? Okay, how about Dylan? Tell me my like terms that I can circle.
X and X.
Negative x and positive forms. Good. So when I combine them, what do I get?
3x positive.
Okay. My numbers here, these are also like -5 and -6. And when I combine those, what do I get?
Negative 11.
Negative 11. Perfect. Very nice job. Okay, last one here. Let's have Catherine. What are my like terms here? Which ones are like? Yep. The negative x and the 3x. Okay? What else is alike? 8 and negative 6. Good. So now we're going to combine it. You ready? 3x minus x? 2x. 8 minus 6? Nice job. Okay, how did we do with those?
And
Any problems? All right, so let's talk about how we use this to solve equations. Next page. Combining like terms to solve equations. No, thank you. Combine like terms on each side of the equation. Okay, so we're going to combine like terms on each side of the equation. That's always our first step. Everybody's writing this down. Step 2. Solve using order of operations backwards. So what do we say the order of operations was backwards? We have a little saying for it. Sad map. Okay. Subtraction, addition, division, multiplication, exponents, parentheses. Sad map. What do you think 3 is?
Check the equation.
Yeah, check into original equation. What?
oh, Ashley's gonna get past
So we have to solve using or check using the original equation. Those steps pretty understandable? So we combine all like terms, and then we solve as we normally would. Okay, you ready? Felicia, what are my like terms? Yes, you do.
Oh, 2 or 8 W and negative 2.
Good, 8W and negative 2W. So I need to combine those first. When I combine them, what do I get? 6W, good. 6W equals 60. Okay, so then, what's my next step to solve for 60? Or for W, I'm sorry. What do I do to get that W alone? How am I going to get rid of that 6? Good, Virginia. Divide it. So divide both sides by 6. And I get W equals 10. Good. What's my last step? Check. So to check, we plug it back into the original. 8 times 10 minus 2 times 10 equals 60. 8 times 10 is 80. 2 times 10 is?
That is correct.
So we get 60 equals 60. What did you say, Virginia? You don't know how to do the check? Okay, what we did is we took our original equation right here, right? And plugged our answer in for W. 8 times 10 minus 2 times 10, you see? And then we just made sure that it worked at the end. How'd we do with that one, okay? All right, so I want you to try 2 and 3, and then we'll come back together. Mr. Miles, come up and do number 2 for me, please.
Hey guys, on this board.
It's easier now because I fixed the markers.
Do you care what my colors?
Nope, I don't care what color.
Fix them.
Yes.
Good job.
I do not like using the boards. I know I'm supposed to be fun or something, you know?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
He's putting him over somewhere else.
No, she was still talking.
I don't want to hear you arguing.
Yes, ma'am.
That was
It was me out there.
we could get handcuffs.
Yeah. all that stuff is out.
Okay, so we got x equals -2. I saw the majority of people in this room had x equals -2. Raise your hand if you got it.
What?
X equals -2.
I don't have to, because obviously I got it.
Oh, yeah, I
You
got it.
obviously got it. Okay, so he's checking his
What
solution.
X equals?
You're always checking your solution. Don't forget. Virginia, wakey.
I'm gonna get that. You probably gonna get that every day.
Green.
Joe, you totally did what I expected you to do.
I totally just like got it wrong though.
No, you didn't.
Oh wait, no. No, it becomes up before.
No, it doesn't. 9 minus 4.
5.6.
Hmm.
You got it right, but I did something wrong
Okay.
here, up here.
3 times 2.
Oh no, 6. That's what you're wrong. There.
Good. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Okay, how do we do? Okay? Let's have Miss Robinson
What?
come up and do number 3 for us, please. And thank you.
I didn't say
Nico. Hey.
It's important to me, it's important to
You
you.
don't have to.
I don't know that.
Trying.
Depends on what you're gonna do. You don't know what you're gonna do in life.
I'm gonna do something better after this. What you gonna do? Like, what you doing for me?
I know how to get something.
It's too smart to be an accountant.
Thank you. Okay. Everybody do all right with these? All right, so I want you to go ahead and what did I do with my
Back.
I want you to go ahead and do 4 through 9. Okay?